Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to 2 Point Museum. We are here in Memento Mile where we're going to do our last little section of development before we have to head somewhere else to unlock our second curator class level. So today it is all about decoration and putting in our new exhibits. So we're just going to slow things right down to a really nice slow speed, and then we're going to have a look at what we can squeeze into this area. Now there's one thing that we do need to do. We're going to move the right footprint fossil from its location over there, and we're going to place it in this new area, and that's because we have a left footprint fossil to go with it, and why not put them both together? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down our left footprint fossil. I've forgotten how to speak. So there's the left footprint fossil. It's going to go in right here. No, right, left, right. We've got a right and a left. There we go. We can work that out another time. Now, over here, we have a space, obviously, that's opened up. We're going to have to place a new fossil in here. And I'd thought about putting the ambered egg in here because it's right next to the other ambered items. So we do have an ambered egg. We've got the ambered giga gecko and the ambered bee, the honeyed bee. Don't think there's anything else here for us. There isn't. So we're going to drop down an ambered egg, and it's going to go right here. It should squeeze in. There's something in the way. I think it's actually that yeah, it'll squeeze in there, but if we get rid of the hanging amber, we should be able to move the ambered egg back into position. And if we have a look at what it needs for that final buzz bonus, I think it does need to be near hanging amber. It certainly does. Right, we're going to put in another hanging amber, and we'll place it right there. And looking at the other stuff, we just have a quick look here. The ambered giga gecko needs to be near a prehistory dragonfly, which we don't have access to, as does the honeyed bee there. That needs to be near the prehistory dragonfly, so that's why they're not maxed out. But I thought we're going to put all of our pristine items in there, so everything is pristine. It just doesn't have the required unlocks, apart from, I think, this lanternfish fossil, which we don't yet have access to. So that's done. We've got some extra items to put in now as well. So the shell phone is our first one. Then we're going to place down any other items that we haven't yet placed. So the old smackervole is another one that we're going to put down. And then we need to have a quick look again. I think there's definitely some more here. Frozen beehive isn't one of them. The fridge isn't one of them. Maybe that's it, actually. Ah, the cave paintings. So we're going to put a cave painting corner in as well. And I think there is another cave painting corner. I could put them both in for now, and then we create this kind of little loop where the corners look like they may be joined at some point. We've got the snowy howl skeleton in. There's another cave painting corner there. Yeah, so it's just the cave painting corners that we need to place. I'm going to put 2 of them in, just because I think they will frame things quite nicely. And that's going to allow us to move a few other items around. We've got plenty of space here, so it shouldn't take us that long to decorate this. So we can put the phone there, and then we'll put the smackervole in right there as well. Then we can place the right footprint. Now, I need to make sure I get this right, really. So right will go there, and then left will go there. So it kind of looks like there's something was previously stood before. Then the cave painting corner will go here, or can it go in there? Maybe we'll put it here like that, and then the other cave painting corner can go there, so they almost kind of have like a little zone type thing. Then the feet are going to go right here, and another one will go there, so we've got them nice and matched up. There we go. Right. And then the coffee is there. Okay, good. Right. Now we want to kind of decorate this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my flooring, and we're going to just grab the grassy jungle bedding like this. And we're going to do a little line of that going all the way around here. And then we'll fill in the remaining. There we go. And then over here, because it's a cave, I think we need some sort of dirt floor. We could use the mottled brown. Let's have a quick look at what that looks like. Not amazing, to be honest. What about the leaves? Actually, leaves might be good for the interior here. So we'll put a nice little blanket of leaf work down, and we'll kind of try and bring it across to here, and then along the back, then coming out again. And then there, and then one at the back. Yeah, I think that works quite nicely. We've got a nice little bed of leaves going in there. Yeah, cool. Right, then we'll just grab and fill that in. Perfect. Okay, that looks pretty nice. Then I'm going to put in some more jungle bedding, I think, and we're going to try and put like a little patchwork of jungle bedding here, I guess, and we can put in some plants and things just to finish that area off. And then I think we'll have jungle bedding continue in and around here. So like looking at the outside of it, we've got that running all the way around the side, so we can't put the jungle bedding in all the way up to the top there, which kind of makes that look a little bit silly, so we'll leave that out. But what we can do is we can make a little jungle path that goes up to here and make this more of a jungle themed area. Obviously this will be where we put in a lot of our expansion, so maybe this space, as we get more exhibits unlocked that are in the prehistory theme, we'll continue this expanding back out because we've got space in this little area. So let's just have this come down in a line, and then we'll go like this and like that coming across, and then we could have this kind of taper off down here like that. And then yeah, let's do this. That kind of works, I guess. Although I don't like that it comes up to there. Yeah, there we go. Right, that's all right. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Although I don't like the way it kind of tapers off like that, so maybe we need to do something about it. We could just come up to here, and then... yeah, I think that's okay. Although it might be better if we just close this whole thing off like that, and then come all the way down to here. And then do the same here. Yes, I think that will do for now. It's not too bad. And then we can put in some decoration and stuff. Right, so what do we need here? We need, for the shell phone, it needs to be near a hanging amber, and that needs to be near any ancient invention. So we need a hanging amber to go in here. Let's put that in. Hanging amber will go right in the middle, and that fulfills that buzz bonus need. And then over here, that needs to be near a prehistory decoration and a fossil decal. Prehistory spear, prehistory rock. I don't think we have the prehistory spear yet, but we may have the rock. We do have the rock, so that's fine. We'll just put like a little collection of rocks in here, so it looks like something that's kind of ruined temple type of thing. We'll put a little bit of grass barrier at the back there, and then we'll just rotate some of these rocks, and we could maybe put some things like sticking out of them. Let's stick a fossil on the wall here, if I can fit one in. What about there? And then a standing tusk at the back. It just squeezes in the corner quite nicely, and then another one will go behind it like that. Then we can put a hanging amber right in the middle here. There we go. Right, what's the buzz bonus on that? It's 5 of 5. It needs a prehistory spear. Don't think we do have that spear, so let's just quickly search it up. Yeah, we don't have the prehistory spear. It's not in any of those, so it's something that we unlock with knowledge, and we don't have that just yet. No access to enlightenment at the moment. Then we just need something for this area here, so let's go to our decor. Let's put in a donation bin right here, and then a wide hanging info stand there. Then through here we can stick another hanging info stand in right there, and a donation bin in the middle. Perfect. Then I'll stick one more donation bin here and another wide hanging info stand right there. Right, so we have all of our info stands and we've got donation bins for all of these. Now we just need to make sure that we've boosted the buzz all the way up to the top. Now this one needs a lot of decor, and this one does too, I would imagine. Yes, 0 for 5 there and 0 for 5 here. So we can start decorating this location too. We just want the prehistory decor. We're going to put in a couple of banners. I'm going to stick one here. We'll put a single one just on the corner here, like that. Then we'll just change it to this, and we'll put a banner. Let's put one. Well, we'll definitely put one here. Then we can put in some rocks and stuff in this little area. we'll have like a little build up right here, rotating them all around. Then we can put some backdrops in. I'll leave a little gap there, and then we can put a tree there. Nice. So that is now 5 of 5. Perfect. And then we can put a few more trees and stuff in here, just to really finish it all off. And then some bushes in and around here, so it looks like this giant has come wandering through. And we'll stick a fossil decal down because I know that one of those feet needed it. I think it was this one. Prehistory decoration, fossil decal. So I think if we just have a look at our overview and look at buzzed, you can see everything has its buzz bonus. And everything in here has its buzz bonus as well, apart from those last few pristine items that don't have fulfillment yet. And they don't have the fulfillment because we haven't got access to them yet, basically. So we've got a star fossil there that we've not made use of because we already have one in there perfectly. Sharpened tops is not in there either because we've got a maxed out one. The ambered egg, boldadillo, shell phones, all of this sort of stuff we already have in place. And we can't really, I mean, I don't want to put multiples in, basically. The only one I've got a multiple of is this cave painting. So that's not something that we need to worry ourselves about. So we are making a lot of monthly profit now, as you can see, and people are generally very happy. Here we've got a prehistory expert coming in to have a look at things. And our showcase exhibit is doing well. I can't even remember where that is. Oh, there it is. It's the penny pincher, isn't it? I think so. Let's have a look. Yes, the penny pincher. We also built a second helipad. It just made the grinding of the expeditions much easier. And you can see right now we're at museum level 21. 74% rating and 86% guest happiness, which I don't think is anything to be sniffed at all. So let's remove that and we can have a look. Let's just check in on the stuff that we currently have in our inventory and see what we might need, because the honeyed bee, we've got 1, 2 honeyed bees in there, which is everything we need really to max out the knowledge on it. I think we need to go back and maybe we're looking for an ambered giga gecko, although 1 research on that would do, so that's fine. We've got 1. Left footprint fossil we're fine with. The snowy howl skeleton might be one that we need to look at, because I think basically the way that we have structured this is every time you add something to one of these, if I was to break them down, I think it might break down the whole thing and we'd only get 1 knowledge point unless it is a complete, like a fully complete skeleton maybe. I don't know. So it doesn't actually break down the individual pieces unless as you break it down to get the knowledge, you are able to then max that out quite organically. Like, let's just say I've got 1 of 3 knowledge on my sharpened tops. If I deconstruct an entire sharpened top skeleton, do I then max out in one go, or do I then have to go and find another sharpened top skeleton to break down again? I can't remember how that works. If you can, please do let me know. Right, let's have a quick look, because there's a few things that I do need to put in. I need some more benches, really, so that people have somewhere to sit. Obviously, we've moved the coffee kiosk, so people have space to kind of just go and replenish their energy, but we don't actually have many seating areas at all. So that'll do. That can go in for now. We've also got a picnic bench here. I didn't realize. So the picnic bench can go indoors, but it will look better outside. But it will at least give us something. Is there a way for me to... Yes. Oh, that's nice. We can put a little indoor picnic area in. Just up here at these windows. So I'll just move this one over to here. And then we could stick in some vending machines. I think that's probably a good idea. So we'll grab a gubbins machine and we'll place that down here. And we'll also use the palpitation machine because that will provide a little boost to energy as well. There we go. Right, and then we better put in some bins. Let's have a quick drop one down there and one here, and I'll put another one there. And we will also put one here because people still managing to drop litter, even though there's a bin right there, and you have literally probably gone there to the coffee shop, bought your coffee, downed it, and then threw it on the floor. And it looks like he's just bought a coffee and then given him the empty cup back. Interesting. Right, okay, so we're 15 minutes into today's episode, and we've already done all of our development. So, what else have we got? We've got a load of stickers that we've filled up gold stickers on. The only one we don't have here is the lanternfish fossil, which we haven't yet unlocked. I imagine we will unlock that in our next museum, but I could be wrong. Then over here, we've obviously got the showcase exhibits, and you need to get these, you've got to just accept the showcase exhibits and have several guests view them. So we have 184 on the Twisted Torso, 114 on the Impressionist, the Penny Pinch has 166, and the Olive statue has 120. Then looking at our guests, again, we sell 1,000 tickets to each of these guys, and we get that complete. These all just happen quite organically. Looking at our staff room, we need to buy a bungle button masher, which we have done. Expedition ailments, that's for sending people to Remedial Springs. So we've got a lot of achievements or stickers that we need to get shinied. But right now I'm looking at the prehistory stuff, and we're maxed out on a lot of things, and that all comes from getting pristine versions of these exhibits, or in the interactive display, you need 500 guests to view your prehistory playground. So we are ticking things off quite nicely, and having this like slow progress has been really useful. I reckon what we're going to do is we're going to have to find a way to make the pathway through this museum look a little bit better, because this doesn't look great, but we have our decor in, we have people coming in and donating, and we are making some serious profit right now. $21,000 per month, which means we can cope with our staff demands, which previously we couldn't. It was a real struggle. We weren't making a lot of money, but now that we have like a really vibrant collection here, more people are coming in and we're getting a lot more money, which will only increase as we start to establish things like tours and other entertainment points for our guests. We're at 87% happiness. We have 209 people in the museum. Let's just have a quick look at our pricing, because at this moment in time, we have fair value across the board. So that means we've got a really nice key income, and people are happy to pay what they are currently paying. So I think I'm pretty happy with this now. It's been a bit of a shorter episode, and there's not really much to do unless we were to send out a few more expeditions, but I don't think we need to do that. Our training is done. What we can do, though, if we have a look in our workshop and see what projects we can start, we don't even have items that we can work on, and we don't have upgrades unlocked. So I think we have pretty much soft capped Memento Mile. So in a slightly shorter turn of events, I think we should probably just call it. We are doing very well. We've got $320,000 in the bank, and that money is only going up. We've got some Kudos that we can spend. So let's just have a look at what we've got down the bottom here. It's just small freezers and stuff like that. We've got an outhouse toilet cubicle, which belongs outside. So you can use that in your zoos more than anything, really. There's no food items that we can unlock. It's mainly all seating and stuff. What about, have we unlocked everything in our staff room then? Let's have a quick look. We don't have the microwave, so let's get that done. Perfect. So unlocking the microwave means we've got another thing for our staff that they can use. We'll just slot it in there. Increases food, decreases toilet comfort, sorted. What about here in the training room? Everything there is unlocked, and over here in the workshop, is everything unlocked? Yes. So we have all of those items unlocked. What about decorative items in the museum? Apart from the benches, everything I think is, yep, it's all unlocked. Great. So let's just get we only have 5 Kudos left, so we can't get the benches. Right, well, I think best thing to do is to say goodbye, because next episode we are off to a brand new museum. So why don't we just head on over to the museum map and get this out of the way. So we have Passwater Cove, which is the marine life expedition. Silver Bottom Park, which is for wildlife, that is our zoo. And then Wayland Lodge, which is the haunted house type museum. I am, of course, going to go to Passwater Cove because I think it's the best location to go to next. There was a little tutorial from Wiggy at this beginning where it's basically saying, hey, why don't you pick your next museum? I didn't do it. So, yeah, but we're going to name our museum, actually, our museum organization, and I'm going to call it, let's call it for now, oh, I don't know what to call it. We'll call it, as we're working on behalf of Silverbottom, we'll call it Silverbottom Scenes. Oh, no, that's terrible. Something collections would be good, because we are collecting these expedition items and things like that. So what about, could we use Jasmine Odyssey as a thing, and use the word Odyssey in there? I don't know. We could call it, so the Far-Flung Jungle is one of the locations here, so maybe Far-Flung History or something like that. Or what about the History Collective for now? That'll do. It's nothing great, but I didn't want to keep it the same as my last one, seeing as this was a new playthrough. Anyway, let's head back into Memento Mile very quickly. We'll just leave a nice little photo mode look. I better slow it down, though, because everyone's running around at 100 miles an hour. And here we are. So Harrison Wolf to sign us off. I think this museum is looking really, really good at this moment in time. Obviously, we will be starting to move gradually away from prehistory, but for now, I think I'm pretty pleased with this one, and I hope you are too. It was a slightly shorter episode than I was expecting, because I underestimated how few exhibits I actually had to put in. But we've got a sparsely decorated new area, and there is room to move things around, and I'm pretty sure we can do that quite easily and fit in any new exhibits we get. So next episode, we're going to head over to Passwater Cove. We're going to lay the foundations in there, and then we're going to come back to Memento Mile. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.